Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Faking the give, Darnold. Now he's flushed out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will Anderson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Here's Darnold. This is caught. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Stroud. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
To Mixon on the check down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Second down and 6 now. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Mixon diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Off of play action, Darnold. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Darnold from the gun. He's got room to roam. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Sam Darnold, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Stroud looking to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Mixing up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Stroud working out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
But derailing that play from the start was Christian Harris. He got back there and stuck him for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw is Darnold. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Finally, his defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Stroud out of the gun here. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. They'll let this go deep for Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 56 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. He'll get that to Charbonnet. Room past the 35. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Henry To'o there on the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cup. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Darnold. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Stroud off the play fake. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Play action. Stroud now. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
And Stroud now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Here's Darnold. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
3rd down and 13. Now it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And this is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
This is Fant on the short completion. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. To the air again, Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Darnold now to throw. And complete to Smith and Jigba. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he will slide to a stop. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
To throw is Darnold. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
In motion, the tight end. Play action. It's Darnold. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And got his man. Complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 88 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston set to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A handoff to Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the bootleg, Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Stroud to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Again, it's Walker. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Faking the give, Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They work now on 2nd and 9. A play fake, and it's Darnold. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Darnold. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Myers' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Stroud. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now it's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, But we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Off of play action, Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Stroud off the play fake. This goes out wide for Mixon. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing now is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
They went to their big body tight end on 2nd down in hopes that he could plow his way to a 1st down, but they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. That is caught. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud out of the gun here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 11. A minute 52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Darnold. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. He had his tight end running free down the middle. I think maybe if you don't try to go for the home run ball and just kind of get it to him, just put it on him, this play will work out. But he led him too much, and that's a tough incompletion to handle.
Darnold to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Two timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd down and 3. Again, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Now Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.